morning, guys. I just finished getting a shower and I'm just washing my face right now. So right now I'm using it's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product. I got this in my Glam Bag. I'm actually traveling right now. I'm in Japan. If some of you guys may or may not know this, if you watched my last vlog, then you would know. But yeah, I'm in Japan right now and I use this every single time I wash my hair because it's honestly the best shiz ever, and it came in my little Glam Bag. It's super cute, great for traveling, and TSA wouldn't take this away from me, so I'm gonna be using this guy right here. It's the Pure Cosmetics Dirty Girl Detoxifying Mud Mask. I'm actually gonna put it on my nose because this is the area that feels super clogged. I was in China a couple days ago, last week, I think, and dude, the pollution is so bad there. I feel like I need to clean my nose a little bit. And while I'm waiting for that to happen, I also got these To Go Spa Eyes Green Tea Eyes, the energy drink for your face. They help with dark circles because it has green tea extracts in them, so it helps with brightening up your under eye area. Looking really crazy right now, but I'm gonna sit here for maybe about 10 minutes and then I'm gonna pop on my makeup and we're gonna go out. Hey Leo, what you doing?
Time lapse.
Hi hero.
Hi.
Hi cutie, I miss you.
I miss you too. Woohoo. Stop licking. Stop trying to lick my face.
Alright guys, I feel like I haven't done one of these really simple webcam style heart-to-heart videos with you guys, and I was just thinking about it. I'm actually sitting in Tokyo right now, and I was just thinking about how it's crazy that it's been 3 years since I've been on YouTube, and I have never made a video about like a recap and reflection of what it's like to be a YouTuber. I feel like it just happened so fast in my timeline that I didn't really get a chance to really stop and kind of think about. So here we are, and I thought it'd be nice to just kind of chit chat, do my makeup, and answer your questions. Before I do my makeup, I always apply 2 things. One is a serum / moisturizer and sunblock. So I'm going to be using the Avène Hydrant's Optimal Serum. It's a hydrating serum basically, and I like serums because it's not oily and it really sinks into your skin. I got this item in my Glam Bag, and it's a really great travel size product. And this is really great for sensitive skin and dry skin. I have both sensitive and dry skin. I really like using is this Shiseido Urban Environment Oil-Free UV Protector. I love using oil-free sunscreen before I put my makeup on because, you know, you don't want your face to be all greasy and smell like sunscreen before you put your makeup on. So now that my face is prepped, we're gonna start with foundation.
If you could replace the name on YouTube, what name would it be?
Honestly, I think I just call it Karen Young. I came up with the name IAMKARENO when I was in 7th grade. I'm really poor with coming up with catchy usernames, so I went through the entire alphabet. IAMKAREN is taken, so I need a different letter besides Y because IAMKAREN sounds stupid, and I thought O was the best one. So that's honestly the only reason why IAMKARENO on YouTube. Yeah. And the foundation stick I'm using is the Hourglass foundation in the color Porcelain. I think it's a little bit pale for me, but this is honestly the best foundation I've ever used. It just diminishes in your skin and make you look so smooth. Okay, next question, babe.
Next question. What would you say your job description is?
I want to say I am a content creator and a creative director. Yeah.
Next question. What do you do when you hit an artist's block, otherwise known as creative block?
Usually when I hit a creative block, it's just because I need time alone to reflect on how I've been feeling lately, and a lot of my creations are heavily based on my emotions and my mood at the time. So whenever I hit a creative block, I just know that I've been working nonstop and I need to take a break, spend some time alone, and reflect on what inspires me. And usually that brings me out of the creative block. And if I'm still in a creative rut, I actually go on Instagram and I look at new accounts. I just browse and I try to find new people that inspires me.
How did you figure out your own style and way of doing things?
I think style, it's a funny thing because people think that it's something you wake up or you can look at it a magazine and choose your own style based on like the pictures you see. In my opinion, style is a reflection of who you are on the inside. You know, some of you guys might think like, oh, Karen's style is really quirky. It's BB hoods. It's a little bit more kiddish and not so sexualized. And that's really who I am. I feel like I'm a kid at heart, and I feel like I'm a weirdo. I also feel like a tomboy, so I allow those three adjectives to shape my style. My style is also influenced by other people that's around me, and Leo is really into sportswear, so definitely that part of my style has been borrowed from Leo. Ultimately, it starts from within. It's who I am, and I allow that to really manifest on camera for you guys. Caitlin.ke asks, do you think your confidence has changed since you started YouTube? P.S. I love you. I love you too, Caitlin. Definitely, I think my confidence have boosted. I feel like before, you know, I kind of knew who I was, but there was not a channel where I could direct my full personality and my creative aspirations. I feel like when I had my YouTube channel, I was really able to see my style and refine it throughout the years. Style is definitely something that didn't come within one day. It's kind of like finding out your self-identity. I started this channel when I was in college, and I was still trying to figure out who I was, but I knew that I was kind of more on the weird side. Instead of feeling left out, I embraced that part of myself, being a weirdo. Yeah, that's kind of how my confidence of who I am kind of like formed in my YouTube career. I give really long answers. Aaron MN asks, would you say talent has a very big impact on how far you can make it in an industry that requires creativity, or do you think hard work is truly enough? I think talent definitely has to do with it. Talent will probably be like 30% of how important it is, or even no, maybe like 40%, less than half though of importance. You can have so much talent, and if you don't act on it, if you're not hardworking, you will never get to your goals. The heavier emphasis would be on hard work, because you can totally have gold in your pocket, but if you don't spend it, if you don't invest it, then it'll just sit in your pocket and it'll never manifest into something better. Love the content of your videos and one of the cutest YouTuber around. Where do you get inspiration from, and how do you plan time making videos and daily life? I'm starting off YouTube too, so I found it challenging to balance both. Thank you. I think I answered this question earlier, where I get inspiration. It's usually from within, and my feelings, my emotions. Usually the weather inspires me. Another thing that inspires me is music. And how do I plan time in making videos? So I actually do YouTube full time. Let's say, for example, I film on Monday. I give myself like 2 days, so I would upload on Thursday, and then I would film maybe on Wednesday and upload on Sunday. So I have some time in between to really refine and edit my videos. Not gonna lie, it is really difficult to balance, especially when you're filming 2 videos a week. When I was in college, and even when I was doing a 9-to-5 and YouTube, I did not do anything but YouTube and school. That was my life. I barely hung out with friends. I definitely sacrificed a lot to be sitting here today and chatting with you guys, but in my opinion, it's really well worth it because it's my dream and it's what I love to do, and that's how I like to spend my time. Alright, now I'm going to pop on these brows because I've been talking browless for a really long time. The one I'm using today is from Benefit. Second and More asks, what are your suggestions for creating high quality content if you don't have others around to help? So I actually started my YouTube channel without anyone's help. I bought a tripod. The most important thing is to have natural daylight, and also having a camera that has a flip screen so you know that you're in frame and you're focused. Divya Sood asks, what's your schedule like in terms of filming, editing, going out, and etc.? I film every Mondays and Thursdays, and each film session is at the very least 4 hours long. If it's a lookbook video, it can go up to 6 hours. If it's like a really big production video, it could go up to 10 to 12 hours. And then after that, I go home, and it takes about like a quick video for me to edit, and I'm very, very particular with the way I edit my videos. It takes about like 4 hours to do a very primitive edit, and then for me to go back and to make sure everything looks perfect, it's another 2 to 3 hours. So for a video to go up, it's at least like a 12-hour work day. Okay, this question is asked by FT Lois. The hardest part of being a YouTuber. I really like this question because I feel like a lot of people don't really think about how being a YouTuber is actually a really hard job. I know we glamorize it all the time here on YouTube, and it is our job to make beauty and fashion really fun, and it really is. But I think the hardest part is finding a balance between enjoying life in front of you and also feeling like you always have to capture and be online and active for everyone that's watching and following me. I think it does give me anxiety sometimes when I don't upload for a week, because I've been doing this for like 3 years, and just not doing something after creating the habit for 3 years also feels really weird. And I also feel like I have an obligation to update you guys and let you guys know what's going on, managing my time and not feeling stressed out, because since I love making YouTube videos so much, I don't consider it work. But what ends up happening, because I don't think of it as work, is that I pile so much on top of myself and do so much that some days after filming and editing, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just need to veg out and watch like TV shows after TV shows on Netflix and to shut off my brain. Yeah, so mainly it's just balancing real life and enjoying real life, and versus like putting content up on YouTube. By the way, I'm using this color called sepia, mocha on my lids right now. So I'm trying to create a more like subtle smoky eye today. By the way, the color I've been using is this one right here. It's called the color Desert, and then now I'm going to use sepia with the brush MAC 217 brush. This is honestly the look I've been wearing all the time. If any of you guys are asking me on Instagram, how do I make up? This has been it. Anelia.a asks, when you first started, were there any major obstacles and what inspired you to keep going? Girl, let me tell you. It was hard as hell in the beginning, not in the creative aspect, because it was really easy when you first started going to just have all these fun ideas in your head and you can make videos after videos after videos. But I think the hardest part was where I'm supposed to be having an income and making YouTube videos. And when you first start off, like first 2 years even, you really don't make money much at all. And when you gotta feed yourself and you gotta live a life, that's really hard to show your parents that, hey, I'm doing okay making YouTube videos even though I'm not getting paid. So that was really difficult, but I saw momentum in my channel and I believed in myself. I was like, I'm not going back to a 9 to 5. I'm not sitting back in a cubicle, and I'm gonna live the life that I want to live and spend the time that I want to spend in my own timeline. I just told myself, like, there's absolutely no way I'm going back to work. So I did everything I can. I've studied other YouTube channels that were successful. I even learned a lot about SEOing and making sure my videos pops up on the first page of search when people are looking for like a lookbook or whatever. And that's kind of how I made sure I succeeded. It was a lot of little benchmarks along the way. For example, like when I quit my job, my 9 to 5 job, and I made a salary there, it wasn't a lot, but I told myself that in order for me to justify making YouTube a full-time career, I need to be making at least half of what I made at my full-time job. So giving yourself many accomplishments is very important, especially when the world doesn't believe in you, your parents don't believe in you, society tells you doing creative is no good. You just need many accomplishments, and you need to be your biggest supporter, your biggest cheerleader to keep you going, but it does get a little bit easier along the way. Alright, so just a little update on the makeup portion of this video. I'm using the color Suede down here. It's like a deep brown color, a deep brown matte color, and I'm going to use this really small tapered blending brush by Luxie. It's their 231 brush, and I'm just going to apply it on the outer corner of my eyes. Honestly, this makeup look is nothing new. I do this all the time. And then in this like gentle blending motion, I'm just applying onto the outer corner of my eyes and not bringing it in at all. And then using my trusty old tapered blending brush by Sigma, it's the E40 brush. It's very big and fluffy. I'm grabbing this color right here. It's the color Desert, and I'm just going to blend this color out towards my brow bone and bringing it up, but only focusing on the outer corner of my eyes. I'm gonna go into the color sepia right here. And this will just add a better gradient between this harsh black part to the really nice orange top. So I'm just going to blend those two colors together. Alright, and I think that's pretty much it for the eyeshadow. Lately, I've been loving tight lining my eyes, so I'm using the Makeup Forever Aqua XL Pencil in M14. I think it's their true black color. And I'm just going to tight line my top and bottom lash line right now. I close my eyes when I tight line my top. It's weird, I know. Okay. I'm gonna draw a wing eyeliner with the Essence Super Fine Eyeliner Pen. This guy is waterproof and has a really nice fine tip to it like this. And so I'm just gonna start off with doing a backhand stroke like so. I like to pull it back in, fill in the gap, and just kind of touch up the front of the liner. I like that it's super thin, so you can be really precise with it. So we got this liner down. I'm gonna finish off the other side now. I love how black this liner is. I don't even need to go back again to like touch it up again. Oh, my eyes are done. Actually, they're not done. I'm gonna set the bottom black so that it doesn't smudge everywhere, right onto where my lash line is, and basically like setting this line, make sure it's solid and it doesn't run later on in the day. Okay, we got that part done now. As far as blush goes, I'm gonna be using my Tarte blush in the color Fearless, and the brush I'm using is Luxie's 534 Angle Top Buffer brush. Look, it's like the perfect shape for your cheeks. So I'm just gonna add some color back onto my face, and then on this side too. This is a Sugar Fresh lip balm. Love this stuff. And then the lip color I'm using is, it's a Makeup Forever Art Rouge Artiste colors and number 39. I'm using Makeup Forever's loose powder and then a beauty blender to kind of set my under eye area, because this is how you prevent your eyeshadow and your tight line from smudging. My T-zone, my forehead is so oily all the time. Alright, I'm back. To answer the question what I would change about YouTube, I miss YouTube back in 2009 and 2010 when it felt very personalized, and it really felt like a personal diary that people were sharing, and muses and inspirations, style inspirations, and even makeup inspirations, storytelling. But now I feel like YouTube is overly saturated with hack videos and BuzzFeed-like videos that aren't exactly something that I would aspire towards or inspire me to maybe wear makeup differently or dress differently. So I definitely miss those channels. But the weird thing is I actually love watching those videos too. So I'm no hate towards them. I wish that the content people made were more about themselves and less about hacks that, you know, a magazine company can write about. There's definitely YouTubers and creators out there that are amazing still, like Amy Vagabond. I think she definitely keeps her channel very real, and I really appreciate that. And obviously my friends To The Nines and TheLineUp and my friend Sandy, like all of these channels are amazing. Let me answer the next question. Someone asked, what are my favorite YouTube channels? So Simply Kenna, she has really great style, and I feel like she definitely keeps the traditional older YouTube spirit. I really like this up and coming YouTuber called The Milk Club. She has really fun, quirky like YouTube videos, styling videos, get your mind twisted on YouTube. I definitely recommend you to write these YouTuber names down because they're amazing. Another one that I really like, I'm not sure if I'm saying your username right, but it's Taraola. She doesn't upload very frequently, but whenever she does, they're like mini movies. They're really, really great. And I also really like watching Sammi Quinn. She's so cute. She has a really quintessential 70s vibe to her channel. Of course, Kastor and Pollux is amazing. They definitely bring a different twist to YouTube. And another channel I really like is Luca Fersko's. It's definitely really different. He's a boy on YouTube, and he shares really cool style muses and inspirations. And I definitely need to give Jujusquad a shout out because dude, her cinematography, her storytelling is just amazing. My 90s video definitely took inspiration from some of her work, so I would also check her out. And then obviously a few of my favorites are also like Jen from Close Encounters. I love Claire Marshall. Maddie from lamadelynn also makes wonderful content. Really great makeup muses would be like Jkissa. She has amazing styles that you would never think you can match this color with this color palette. She has really great vision. And lately the Fashion Citizen has been making really unique short stories, short films, and their artistry is amazing. It's like a magazine. So these are the channels that I personally still absolutely love, and I wish to see more of these type of channels pop up on YouTube because they're just so inspiring, and yeah, it's just great to see different content on YouTube. Alright, so I think I'm gonna wrap this video to here today, and I'm sorry if it seems like it's everywhere and if I haven't answered your questions correctly. I will definitely be coming back next time with a fashion lookbook because it's been like almost a month since I've done something like that, and I've bought so much stuff in Tokyo that I can't wait to share my style of muses, inspirations. So the next video is gonna be really fun in my opinion. That's it for today. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Oh, and if you have an Instagram or a Snapchat or Twitter, feel free to follow me there. I snap my day. I upload on Instagram quite frequently, so that's how you keep up with me if I'm not on YouTube enough for you guys. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Love you guys!